in your opinion, is his life in danger, and how much so? Do you have faith he will, let's put it bluntly, come out alive out of Russian prison?
His life is in danger, period. Now, I don't think the regime now reached a point where they would like to eliminate him, because they, that will make him a symbol and a martyr. And it's, I think they still have some dose of realism left in Kremlin to recognize that eliminating Navalny physically does not eliminate the problem. It could make things even worse. But I don't believe that as long as Putin stays in power, Navalny will ever see the daylight outside of prison. I think they will lock him in prison for 2.5 years now, and then while he's in prison, they will accumulate more cases and will convict him for, I don't know, 10 years or so. So Navalny is behind bars. That's what we should recognize. Behind bars as long as Putin is in Kremlin. The moment Putin is out, Navalny is also out. So Navalny's health, Navalny's future, and Navalny's life very much depends on Putin's grip on power. If Putin stays in power and continues his rule in Russia, yeah, the chance of Navalny surviving his prison term will be always, diminishing.
Since the start of this protest movement, and since Navalny came back to Russia and was imprisoned immediately, you have been calling, and even before that, you have been calling for more and more energetic, more intense, targeted sanctions on Putin's cronies, allies, oligarchs in his circle of power, and so on. Do you have faith that those measures by West and especially US can put enough pressure on Putin's regime to release Navalny, maybe even before Putin leaves power?
Will they have an effect? Yes. Will it help to release Navalny? I don't know, because you just said it, you connected it to Putin. As long as Putin is getting weaker, Navalny's chances to get out of the jail getting better. That's very simple. Sanctions, real sanctions, not this, wishy-washy now, half measures. I mean, real targeted sanctions that can hurt Putin's cronies, Putin's oligarchs, Putin's security apparatus, and the companies they control. These sanctions can send a very, very strong signal, because at the end of the day, every dictator needs money. And as long as Putin has cash, and he has plenty of cash. Why? Because he has oil and gas, and Europe buys them. Since Putin, took over in 2000, it's Europe did absolutely nothing to diversify. But even after 2014, after Putin annexed Crimea, after Putin violated Russian international treaties and crossed the border of the neighboring country, so Europe did almost nothing, next to nothing, to look for other alternative sources of energy. And Germany even increased the amount of Russian gas it has been buying. And now we would see that despite all the pressure in Germany, Chancellor Merkel is very hesitant, but very powerful voices, both from ruling party, ruling coalition, CDU, Christian Democrats, and Social Democrats. You could see them saying, sanctions is something, but Nord Stream 2, we must keep it because it's good for German business. As long as you talk to Putin, mixing business and human rights, it means that it's only human rights, because Putin doesn't care about it. So it's only strong message from the free world could start making dents in Putin's armor. We saw a couple of days ago, 3 days ago, the head of European diplomacy, Josep Borrell, was in Moscow, and I think it was scandalous. He went there saying he would like to see Navalny, and of course they told him, so if you go there, make it conditional. Russia needs you there, so it was so simple. No, he went there, he listened to Lavrov, who was teaching him, it was also amazing. And Borrell was there just as a student listening to a boss. And he left saying he couldn't meet Navalny. Yes, you couldn't because you didn't speak with the right language. And we all have hopes with new American administration, with Joe Biden and people he brought in, and it seems America is ready to recover its role as the leader of freedom. If America puts strong sanctions in place, I think there's a good chance Europe will follow.